Last time I seen you and Zip with the Drip were going back at it.
Yo, what I found out that Zip with the Drip is a 50 Cent cheerleader.
Oh,
So I didn't. Yeah. They all from they all from Baisley, from Queens, around there.
Yeah.
So it was a situation with my nephew when he shot me.
Right.
And the whole thing, you snitch, you a rat. But I'm glad you asked that because I can explain it pretty. It's pretty easy. So the day, it was like 1:00 in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember if it was a Saturday or Sunday. And when I was shot,
Yeah.
the first thing that I did was run out the car because I was driving. It was a rental car. I forgot what it was.
And this is for your mom's funeral, right?
It's
Just
my
to give some
mom's
back-
funeral. I was driving to pick up Stevie. Stevie had came
Stevie-
down. I wasn't going.
Stevie J?
I wasn't going to my mother's funeral because I knew it was going to be some drama. So I didn't want the family.
Right.
So I decided I was going to fly back to New York.
Yeah.
To Atlanta because we was filming Love and Hip Hop, and I had already had a private viewing with her, just me and her.
Right.
I did that real early because again, I felt like there was some tension, and I didn't want the craziness around
Yeah.
my mother's funeral. So
Yeah.
when I drove out to Stevie had came out there. I guess Love and Hip Hop gave the information. He thought I was going to be at my mother's funeral, and he was going to surprise me, support me.
You talking about Stevie J?
Stevie J.
Okay.
And I remember he called me, and I was at the hotel in Boston, and I said, "Where you at?" He said, "I'm out here in Plymouth. That's where a lot of Cape Verdeans stay out there on Cape Cod. It's called Plymouth."
Shout out to all the Africans.
Yeah, okay, Ty. All right. What you know about Cape Verde Islands?
Well, he's African.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm Eritrean.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Oh, so that's kind of almost like Nipsey.
That's the same exact country.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hell yeah.
Yep.
Okay. That's what's up. Yeah. Well, Cape Verdean, for those who don't know, islands off the west coast of Africa.
Correct. Yeah.
Anyways, a lot of Cape Verdeans settled in Massachusetts in that area. I said, "I'm gonna come pick you up." I said, "I'm not gonna go to the funeral, but I'm gonna meet you somewhere out there. I'm gonna bring you back." He said, "Bet." So I went out there, and as I was going out there, I noticed the funeral procession.
Right.
So I was like, "Damn, this is my mother's funeral procession now." There's only 2 lanes, but it's a major highway.
Right.
And there's a lot of majority white people, older people, because Cape Cod is Cape Cod.
Right.
Ain't no hood, ain't none of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As I'm driving, shells rang out. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting hit. I got hit in my shoulder, like towards by my neck, my back area. And then I just remember the first thing I did was just like feel my chest and breathe. So you felt, what I'm saying? So once I knew that was cool, then I like fishtail, boom.
Yeah.
I went the other way, and I'm kind of like dodging a couple of cars because remember the funeral procession's on the right.
Right.
So all the bullets are coming from the right.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? They're like, so I'm like, I turned it around and I'm weaving through traffic, not necessarily on this side,
Right.
which is the left side of me now. I'm trying to like weave through the breakdown lane and this lane because cars are coming up
from
here,
the opposite
right?
direction. Yeah.
So I finally pulled over and I ran there was 2 hearses, big hearse. I just remember that.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to hold because I'm leaking a lot of blood. And all I remember was seeing a finger pressing the
lock
lockdown.
button?
Yeah, the lockdown. Whoever was sitting in the front of the hearse on the passenger side, which had to be someone in my family,
Got to be close family.
put the lockdown.
Yeah.
So I assumed that it was my nephew's mother, my sister, or his sister, my niece.
Mm-hmm.
That was crazy. Then I'm running down to the other cars and people are screaming. He's still shooting. Now, coming to find out, he had 3 guns. Now, my nephew never had a police record, a felony or none. He actually had licenses for the guns to carry. And it's hard to do that in Massachusetts. I didn't even know he had licenses.
Yeah.
We never, but prior to that, mind you, I raised him, period. Took care of him, was like a father figure. His father wasn't around too much. And and he took after me, wanted to be a DJ, he wanted to get into hip hop, and he's in a lot of my videos and everything. Some family stuff happened with the house that my mother was involved with, which I had purchased.
Yeah.
And which I don't want to go too much into, but it was just some family There was just some funny stuff going on with monies and
Right.
lines of credits and all that. And I'm not living there.
Yeah.
Okay. My mother's older, all right, and she's starting to get dementia. I jumped in one of the cars and said, "You got to drive over the medium to get me to a hospital." And it was my two cousins, my Aunt Geneva's daughters. And they were screaming like crazy. You know, they ain't seen no shit like
Of course,
this.
yeah.
So I'm telling them, because I'm thinking he's going to come down and, you know, finish the job.
Right.
I'm like, you got to go over the medium. You got to go on the other side. You got to get me out of here. They finally did it. As we're driving with you know, the exits on Route 3 are far apart from each other.
Mm-hmm.
So we finally come, I think, the Pembroke exit. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on this. I'm not sure. But I just remembered as it's a rainy day out, as we pull over, the police got their sirens on. You know what I'm saying? So the first thing they did was snatch me out. And then they kind of stripped me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All my clothes off.
Yeah.
Basically, they just like, it was like, I mean, butt naked. I mean, drawers, everything.
Yeah.
And they said that, you know, they're screaming, "Where's the gun?
Right.
Where's the gun? Where's the gun?" So the whole time this is happening, I'm being like, you know, I'm kind of like, I don't know what's going on. I'm saying, "What do you mean? Where's it?" Let me hold it.
Nah, you good.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm saying, what do you know? I'm asking, what do you mean about where's the gun? I got no gun. Then a fire ambulance came. It wasn't an ambulance. It was a fire truck ambulance. They put me in there. I'm naked, ass naked, right?
yeah.
As I'm in there, there's detectives and they're doing ballistics tests. They said, "Look, what had happened was my nephew was the first one to make a call and said, 'I just shot a man on Route 3. He was the
Okay.
very first one to call 911.
Yeah.
Said that I had a gun. He told them the very first thing that anybody said was I had a gun.
Right.
And that I was shooting at him. And they said I was Benzino. And I have a bad reputation in Boston. Surely,
yeah, I know.
surely they don't know who he is at all. I have the reputation. So when he's telling them this, they're like, "Oh man." I remember when the detectives came, it was more or less like, you know, like, yeah, I said, "I didn't have a gun. He shot me." You know what I'm saying? No, that's,
Yeah.
you know, like, that's my, you know, he shot me. Like, this is the initial thing with the detectives.
And he's
As
already
I'm-
said that he shot.
Well, he already said it.
Right.
He already called them. See, if they wasn't questioning me, I would have never had said nothing in the initial conversation. All right. Months pass, I have to go to a grand jury. Now,
Right.
this is where it counts. When I went to the grand jury, all right, because, you know, I mean, broad day like this, hundreds of people had seen him do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's white people, there's all kind of people that pull over,
Yeah.
you know, because bullets are going everywhere on the highway in the middle of, and he's in damn near Plymouth County. Like, this is where the Pilgrims landed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, of course, this is a big thing. It made every major news. Love and Hip Hop, Benzino was actually shooting.
Yeah.
So, so he called them. All right, that's the first conversation. Now, when I went to the grand jury, they asked me, "Do I know who shot?" I said, "Look," I said, "I don't know what I told the police. I was on drugs. I was in pain. I don't know what the hell happened. I don't know who shot me."
Yeah.
They said, "Wait a minute." You know, I said, "No, I don't know who shot me." That was the grand jury minutes. Now, they were so pissed. They're like, "You got to come to court and say it." I said, "I'm not coming to court.
Right.
I already said in grand jury, I'm not coming to court." They said, "Yeah, you don't come to court, we're gonna give you 6 months. You know, when you violate the court,
Contempt?
contempt of court.
Yeah.
6 months. 6 months. You know what I'm saying? I said, "I'll come."
Yeah.
I came. He was sitting there. He had the. She's like a famous lawyer. She's on a documentary that I think that's on HBO.
Okay.
This fat bitch is up there, and I'm like, yeah, like, so she's up there with him. She asked me, "Do you see anybody in here?" "No, I don't see nobody." He's sitting right there. "I don't see nobody." It took not even 5 minutes. I got up and I left.
Yeah.
That was it. Now, I got shot 3 times above the waist. In Boston, that's attempted murder.
Yeah.
Anything below the waist is assault with a deadly, all right? If you go look, this is, so he gets out and he got 18 months.
Yeah.
But the 18 months is because he was shooting dangerously on a highway in a dwelling. I don't even know what the fuck he got, but he didn't get charged with attempted murder.
Right.
If I would have told on him, or if that would have happened, then he would have been gone for 18, 20 years, 15, 20 years, easily. All my niggas, that's what you get when you shoot a nigga above the waist. Now, mind you, like, all this fake paperwork and like there's a, I put my whole paperwork on my Facebook and it's like, it's a bunch of pages. And I sent it to stupid ass Drip, you know what I'm saying? Look, bro, I thought he was, you know what I'm saying, official, but he really ain't. So, you know, he tried to do the same thing to Bimmy. So I sent him the paperwork. He took the part where they was interviewing me, the very first part.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, of the detectives, that tape.
Yeah.
Bro, that's the beginning. Let's keep going in the paperwork with the grand jury and also go to paperwork where it says that he called the fucking police first.
Yeah.
That was easy. Like, that's my nephew. That's family business. Like, what would I look like telling on my nephew? What would I look like telling on anybody? You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been in the streets a long time. I've been through a lot of shit. Oh, I'm thorough. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't mind telling that story because it makes me feel good with all the rats and dirty motherfuckers out here and that I kept it 100. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, other people came after I left. There was a gang of witnesses who was there that day, and they came and testified. I know he got 18 months. He had a PC himself the whole 18 months. I think my brother Porky, who's locked up now, free Pork. My brother Porky locked up now on a, you know, on a homicide situation. It's my younger brother. He's been there for like 8 months.
And PC is protective custody for people.
Yeah. He was in. My nephew was in. He PC'd himself. When my nephew, before my brother got locked up, my younger brother, he said he caught him down the pawn shop and he had fake paperwork trying to say that I snitched on him. Name was fake.
Allegedly.
All right. Yeah, allegedly. You're right. Allegedly. You're right. Allegedly. But and I don't like this. This doesn't make me feel any better because the whole shit was fucked up. Because at the end of the day, he's still my nephew. But what I could tell you out of this is that money and family. Because mind you, you know, I was getting it when I was with the Source. I was tearing him and his sister, my sisters and him off, thousands. Giving them diamonds and everything, buying them cars. Like, I did everything. So you know, all this insurance taken out. I'm a street nigga. I'm not even into all that. So there's no way I can think it would happen to my family, especially when everybody's good. His mom is a doctor. What the fuck are you doing credit lines on taking my, like, so, you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, because of who I am, it made all the news, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't talked this in depth about it, but, you know, I'm proud of myself that, you know.
Yeah. So,
you
are
know,
you
like,
and Zip's cool? Like, did y'all dead that or? Cause
there's nothing to dead. It was, what is it? He ain't no threat to me. Zip ain't no threat. Zip's sitting in his little fucking room or house just like a lot of these niggas. I'm outside. If it's really an issue, niggas can see me. But as far as that go, I see what he's doing. He want the clicks and comments, but, you know, like I said, the grand jury, I said I didn't know who he was. And right in court, I said I didn't know who he was. Yeah. That's not snitching, bozo. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, like, let's be mature. These niggas are fucking weirdos, and they act like kids. You know what I'm saying? But again, everything's for clicks and comments. I get it. But, you know, it feels good that, you know, like, I can grab my dick and say I'm not a snitch. A lot of these niggas can't say that.